Hello, everybody, and welcome to this episode of Grow. This is the fourth episode of Grow, and my name is Casey, and welcome to this YouTube channel. Today is day 36 of my journey since I started writing 10 things that I'm grateful for, 10 positive affirmations, and I did all of this with my left hand. I'm right-handed, so I wrote that with my left hand. And so I did that every day for the last 36 days. And on top of that, I watched at least 1 hour a day of videos from the Law of Attraction on YouTube. Those videos included Bob Proctor, Abraham Hicks, and the author of U Squared, Bryce Pritchett. So those three videos, if you go ahead and go on YouTube and watch any of those three from Bryce Pritchett, Bob Proctor, and Abraham Hicks, I spent at least 1 hour a day watching those videos, and I began, of course, my journey with my left hand writing. And during that time, I had 5 things that I wanted to work on before I started. The first thing I wanted to work on was my self-confidence. I guess I had a poor self-esteem. I was really lacking self-confidence. The other thing I wanted to work on was my organizational skills. Literally had no calendar. I didn't use any planners. My organizational skills were really lacking. Even in my house, it was totally lacking. So I wanted to address that. The other thing I wanted to address was financial wealth, which is pretty common for most people. And the other thing that I wanted to address was overcoming anxiety. I didn't even know I was suffering from anxiety until I began research for this video. And the last thing I wanted to work on was my emotional intelligence. One of the things that was problematic for me is that I often reacted to a situation instead of providing an appropriate response. So I wanted to work on those 5 things. So through my writings, I began to write 10 things that I was grateful for and 10 positive affirmations. And I did this religiously each day, left hand. As difficult as that was, my writing was so horrendous. But after about 2 weeks, my writing began to look almost as good as my regular writing hand. So I kind of picked up a free skill along the way. But what happened is on day 16, I completely changed my room. I tore everything out of here and I put everything back and I cleaned it up and completely shifted everything. Everything is much more organized now. And now I don't even use the green screen. Before I used to use the green screen to kind of like hide the mess behind me. Now it looks pretty decent. I'm not done. This is my little studio here, so I still got more to go. But on day 16, I made a change. I became more organized. By day 20, I began to meet new people. And the new people that I began to meet were different. They had a higher vibrational frequency or something. They were not the same people that I normally hang around with. These people all were super successful. They had great positions or they've achieved a lot and they were just different. And I think they knew that I was on this journey because they kept inviting me to things. That was day 20, I began meeting new people. On day 25, for the first time in my life, I felt self-confidence. Even though I was confident before in some things that I did, it was never across the board. Now I have self-confidence across the board. I believe in myself. I can do anything I want. On that night of day 25 was the first time I realized that I have some infinite power inside me. I had no idea, but I met that inner being inside me. And for the first time I understood that I have this power, and we all do. Okay, so that was day 25. By day 30, I finally conquered courage and faith and belief in myself. So on day 30, I felt so self-assured of myself that I entered into a business project, and it was a super difficult thing to do, but I mustered up the courage to do it, and I did it, and I'll keep you posted on how that develops as I begin to develop my wealth. Day 30 was a huge day for me. I felt amazed. I felt so happy. It's such an unusual feeling, and I wish that all of you would have an opportunity to experience that, because that was such a profound evening. I will remember that for the rest of my life. And then last night, it was day 36. No, last night was day 35. Today's day 36. So last night, after I did my writings, it was about 10 in the evening here in Hawaii. I'm in Hawaii right now. But around 10 in the evening, I heard my dog barking outside, and the dog was just going nuts. So I went out there to see what they were barking at. I was upstairs looking out onto the street, and I didn't see anything out there. Normally, I would wear glasses out there at night so I could kind of see what the dogs are barking at. But I looked on the street, I didn't have my glasses, so I was trying to zoom, trying to focus, and I had a sensation that I could see much more clearer, even though I wasn't wearing my glasses. So this vibe came over me, like my vision was super focused. Even though it was dark out, I could see way better than I normally could see without glasses. After that, at my front door, there's a light above the front door, and I had a green screen that I used to film in here was blocking the light. So as I was looking through the green screen, I could see the front door light outside. And while I was focusing on the green screen and the light, I was looking to see, because I wasn't wearing my glasses, I was looking to see if I could see the threads of the green screen, because I could see the light shining through it, and I could see the pattern of the threads. And that was super unusual for me, because normally I'd have to have my glasses on to be able to see that much detail. So I was dialed in, trying to focus on this light. And while I was doing that, these two lights came up right under my chin like this. So they were right here, tiny lights like the size of like the Northern Star. And then a second later, two more lights came along the side of my face like this. So I had four lights that were right here next to my face, and they were about the size, like I said, of the North Star. Sorry, not the Northern Lights, the North Star. My body froze in place. I was like, what is this? What's going on? And these lights lifted up past my face, and right when it got to my eye level, they kind of closed next to my eyes, and they connected like a beam in front of me, and they shone a light right in through my eyes. I had no idea what was going on. My body was in some type of temporary paralysis or something, but it felt like the most comforting, soothing, pleasant, safe energy, and it was just going straight into my eyes. And that lasted about 10 seconds maybe. After that, the light kind of went away, and there was this blue, like a three-dimensional funnel, like I was traveling through a funnel because these light, super light black and blue lights it was like I was going through a tunnel, and it just felt super amazing. Like I have never had an experience in my life that felt that good. And it ended because my phone vibrated. So I got a text message and I was trying to focus on this, and then I didn't respond to my phone. It was in my pocket. And I was totally soaking up this energy, and my phone vibrated again. And then it started to kind of go away. And so it went away. And obviously I grabbed my phone to see what it was. It was a text message or something. But that was the most amazing experience I've ever had. It was like producing dopamine, anything that a drug could do wouldn't even come close to this. It was the number one feeling I've ever had in my life. And that happened on day 35. And since then, today, I did more research on it. And so tonight I am going to do some meditating, even though never been a person that meditates. But tonight I'm going to meditate, and I'm going to practice, and I'm going to try to get into that deep trance or that deep state. And I want to experience that again. So for all of you that are watching out there, if you do what I did, there's a good probability that you will have one of the most amazing experiences you will ever have. And that feeling completely changed my life. I told my family and some close friends about it, and they were just amazed. And if you could feel that, it's just unbelievably awesome. So I'm hoping tonight or every night, I hope every night I get to experience that. I think my journey is continuing to get more and more interesting and more just super amazing. So with that in mind, make a video next week Sunday to tell you how this week goes, because I think this week is going to be filled with more interesting and amazing things. So my question to you is, don't you want to experience this? Try, do it. You will not regret it. It blows away anything that you have ever experienced. It's better than any roller coaster ride, skiing on big snow, jumping out of an airplane. It was as if your whole body was being given some type of new energy, some new vibe that you've never ever had. So hard to explain, but what an amazing event. I'm so happy and grateful that I got to experience that. And this coming week, I'm hoping, I'm praying, I'm meditating that I get to experience more stuff. So hopefully you consider doing what I'm doing. Until then, thank you for watching Grow. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I only have like 2 subscribers. But please subscribe, tell your friends about it. And if we all do it, imagine how much of a better place the world would be if we all began to practice treating the world in which we live in with love and respect. Until then, I'm Casey. Thank you for watching Grow, and aloha.